Hello, I'm Jessica Baccanello, and in this video, I'm going to talk about a really powerful practice that is accessible to all of us and easy for us to implement. And this is journaling. So what are the benefits of journaling? Journaling can be super powerful because we can't write as fast as we think. So it literally helps us to slow down our thoughts. So when we are writing as we are thinking and slowing down our thoughts, we start to gain greater clarity over what's happening in our mind. We start to gain greater perspective over what's happening in our mind. This can be really powerful alone as it can shift our thinking and shift our mindset. Another benefit of journaling is that it helps us to calm the nervous system. It helps us to dial up the parasympathetic nervous system. So there's a bit more balance to the nervous system. It helps bring back online the prefrontal cortex depending on what state that our nervous system is in. So it is a great practice to regulate, to self-regulate. So how to journal? I get asked this question a lot. People are like, how do I even go about doing this? This feels really weird. How do I go about doing this? So a great place to start is just to simply get curious. Think about a pattern you have. So I used to get really nervous public speaking or presenting or holding meetings or just holding space for lots of people or just being seen in that way, even doing readings at weddings or at any kind of event. So I turned the lens of curiosity on this and I asked myself, why am I feeling like this? Like, why do I get this response? This person doesn't. Why do I get this response? So that's a great way that's a great entry point into journaling. Get curious about yourself. Like, what is it do you want to learn about yourself? What keeps cropping up? And ask yourself questions. Or you could ask yourself things like, how do I want to show up in my life? What do I want to create? What energy do I want to be? And what thoughts do I need to have to be that energy? So just starting to get curious and ask yourself questions and sit down and see what comes up as you ask yourself these questions, and then see what new questions come up. What is interesting you? What rabbit hole do you want to go down? There is so much to uncover within ourselves. There's so much that we can't see. And this is how we bring the subconscious into our awareness. Another thing you can do is to journal each morning. I used to do morning pages, which Julia Cameron mentions in her book, The Artist Way. And I did 3 A4 pages a day for about 2 years and I loved it. And really, this is an opportunity for you to just clear out your mind, clear out thoughts that are in your mind. And over time, like once we start to do it and commit to it, what happens is all those repetitive thoughts you churn out every single day, and they start to quieten. You start to sort of let those go and they move through you and you're like, oh, what else wants to move through me? And it makes space for other things. It makes space for ideas or positive thoughts or contemplation. We don't spend enough time contemplating anymore, of dreaming, of thinking. We're so wrapped up in our phones and what's happening right in front of us, or our worries and our fears. And when we journal, it clears all that stuff out the way when we really commit to this kind of morning practice, and then makes space for contemplation, for other thoughts, for other ideas to come through. Another great thing to do is journaling in the moment. So when you're feeling triggered or pent up, a bit stressed or anxious or overwhelmed, get your pen and paper out and write down your thoughts. And like I mentioned at the beginning, we can't think as fast as we speak. We can't think as fast as we speak. So when we do this, it slows us down. And sometimes that is all we need to gain some clarity and perspective and to see that the story we are telling ourselves is not serving us. And finally, I would recommend to journal after your meditation practice or breath practice or yoga practice. So when we do these practices that connects us to ourselves, connects us to awareness, connects us to presence, and we journal after, it is an opportunity for deeper insights to come through from the unconscious mind and the subconscious mind. When we get quiet and connected and centered, be curious about what wants to come through you. So sometimes this journaling might be a few sentences, a few words. Other times it might be a full A4 page. And I really would suggest to do this because you are missing a trick if you're not. Like, this is where your lessons come through. This is where your insights come through. And over time, you will get used to it. You'll get used to listening to yourself in a deeper way, in a more nuanced way, more connected to your body and to your heart rather than your mind. If you enjoyed this video, I would so appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and if you shared this video with anyone that might benefit from it. Thank you so much.